My name is Owen, and today I'm going to be taking you through a step-by-step process to a classic mid-length scissor cut. This is Matteo's hair before the haircut. As you can see, it's a little bit overgrown and has no shape. This classic graduated look is a staple for any hairdresser or barber to have in their haircutting inventory. It's one of our favorites to teach as it's a combination of the three technical shapes and is created by using a lot of our cutting techniques and principles, which you can find in the theory section of the platform. I started this haircut by assessing the fixed factors such as the hairline and the natural growth patterns. This will help me in reverse engineering the haircut and mapping out the zones and shapes that I want to create. Due to the simplistic nature of this haircut, I've chosen to only divide the haircut into two zones, the top and the back and sides. This will be done with a single triangular section through the top. As this haircut will be graduated, I chose to begin by building my foundation through the sides so that I can fully control the build-up of weight. This will result in the shape being horizontally round and vertically triangular. I took my first diagonal back section at the front hairline on the right hand side, from the temple area to just behind the ear. My choice of length was made by pressing my fingers to the scalp in this section. The reasoning behind this is because I know that I'm going to be tapering into this area later in the haircut with the clipper. From here, I'll be working backwards through the entire right panel, taking subsequent diagonal sections, combing over and then under each new section to remove both weight and length whilst creating my shape and structure. It's important to follow your guide and to have awareness around the cutting line, which is triangular in this case. Each section will be longer internally and will gradually work towards a shorter length at the exterior hairline. I also want to highlight the importance of body position here. With each new section, you may notice that I'm moving around Matteo. This will ensure that I'm creating a round shape horizontally as each new section is coming directly towards me. When we follow this technique through the right panel and cross over at the back of the head, I will then move to the other side and repeat the process through the entire left panel. The main difference when switching sides is my finger angle and body position changing. Once both sides cross over at the back, this usually leaves a point in the middle, which I like to come through and elevate horizontally, and then point cut to soften. Prior to moving on to the top, I cross-check the entire back and sides by elevating and combing through each panel horizontally to address any discrepancies. Through the top, I started with a profile guide directly down the centre of the head. This will decide my choice of length and shape for this zone. I will use a reference point from the crown to gauge my length and work forward, cutting a square vertical shape to meet the length at the front of the head. Once I created the profile guide, I then used a numeric sectioning system and over direction on the top to create a square shape horizontally. taking vertical sections, subdividing and pulling each new section into the last, working towards the rounding of the head. To see the full numeric breakdown, please refer to the head sheet attached to this video. I will repeat the same system on the left-hand panel of the head, the only difference being, instead of pulling each section into the last, I will now be pushing each section into the last to ensure my over direction is creating a square shape. Once I've completed the process, I'll then cross-check the shape on top. Once I've cross-checked the shape on top, I then applied some matte paste before semi-styling the hair. This styling will be done with my Dyson Supersonic with the professional concentrator attachment and paddle brush. I started the styling process with a medium heat and finished with the cool air to set the product and prepare for the clipper work. I instilled a soft taper, working some descending techniques through the temple and nape areas and shaping up around the ears to make this style functional and clean. My clipper work for this style is to mainly neaten up the exterior shape. I started on one side and repeated on the other, working from a number 2 guard open all the way to a closed 0 with no guidelines put in place to achieve ultimate softness. I refined this look with a combination of texturizing techniques and scissor-over-comb to personalize and soften the haircut. I used some more matte paste to finish and some hairspray to hold the volume. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. To watch more in-depth tutorials just like this, browse through our resource library. Thank you and take care.